Hi, Karla here. Welcome or welcome back to my channel where I like to find the fun and magic in everyday things. I have just run out of my three favorite DIY hair products. My rosemary and clove hydrosol spray, my herbal hair mix-ins that I use with store-bought conditioners, and my fabulous hair growth oil. So I thought I'd take you along with me while I made some more. So come along, I'll give you all the deets, tell you all about it, and let's just go have some fun. So let's start with making the rosemary and clove hydrosol spray. Now, I love a good hydrosol. And if you want to know the ins and outs of what a hydrosol is and how they work, please watch this video that I made earlier. I'll leave the link in the description box below. Having said that, I love making this hydrosol for my hair because rosemary and clove are both known for their antimicrobial and antioxidant properties, which is great for healthy hair and scalp. They are also great for stimulating hair growth and helping to prevent hair loss. And it's super easy to make. Using a double boiler, add the rosemary, and the cloves to water. Now place a bowl on the top insert to catch the hydrosol droplets. Place the lid upside down and place bags of ice on top. As it steams, the bags of ice on top help to form the hydrosol droplets that fall into the bowl. So keep replacing ice until the bowl is full. And there you have it, a wonderful hydrosol for your hair. Now, I use this hydrosol to spray around my edges every day to promote growth and to reduce thinning that comes from styling and aging. I'll also spray it on my scalp every once in a while just for good measure. But now that's how I use it. Depending on your hair type and situation, you would use it differently. So for example, if you have scalp issues like dandruff, this would be great to spray on your scalp regularly and then brush through your hair. So once again, this is a wonderful hydrosol, rosemary and clove, and so easy to make. I hope you try it. Now, let's make my herbal mix-in where I basically take my ordinary deep conditioning mask and mix in a selection of powdered herbs to make it not only extraordinary but personalized to help my current hair situation. These are the herbs I use. I use rose hips because, among other things, it strengthens the hair shaft. I use bacopa, or it's also called brahmi, because it contains natural conditioning properties that leaves hair soft, smooth, and manageable. Hibiscus, because it adds shine and body. And slippery elm bark, because it has a gel-like substance that moisturizes, reduces frizz, and detangles hair. And it's really easy to make. I mix in the powdered herbs with a small amount of conditioner, about a tablespoon or so, more or less depending on the length of your hair. Mix well and apply to hair as usual. I leave it on for 30 minutes or so before rinsing out. And my hair comes out great every time. Soft, manageable, awesome. Now, these were the ingredients that I used for my hair, but you could use any variation of herbs for your hair. So for example, for dry and dull hair, you could use chamomile, horsetail, or sage. For damaged hair, try nettle, parsley, comfrey, or lavender. So think about what your hair needs and then just Google to find which herbs can help with that particular problem. There will be plenty to choose from, so have fun with it. Well, that was a close call, but this won't last long. Must make more. I have to tell you that I love this oil so much because it can be used in so many ways. I'm just going to show you quickly how I make this potent and stable hair growth oil. But if you want to know the details and the science behind how all of these ingredients help you to grow beautiful hair quickly, watch this video. I'll leave a link in the description box. To make this oil, I use moringa, ashwagandha, nigella black seed, fenugreek, bacopa, amla, and rosemary, all of which need to be powdered to make this oil. Now, while that's happening in the background, I want to acknowledge that this may seem like a lot of herbs to buy if you don't already have them on hand. But believe it or not, these herbs can also be used for culinary purposes. So for example, the black seeds are great crushed and then sprinkled on salads. So healthy and so delicious. Moringa powder can be added to smoothies and teas to increase their nutritional value. And do I have to say rosemary? Amla powder adds a great punch to curries and marinades. Ashwagandha and bacopa adds a mild herbal flavor to stews, soups, beans, and lentils. So with so many uses, these herbs are worth every penny. All right, so now that everything is powdered and ready to go, I add equal parts together and mix. Now I've made a big batch of this herbal mixture, but I'm only going to use about 2.5 ounces for my oil. And the rest I'll save for later. But this is the trick to make a really potent and shelf-stable oil. To the herbs, I add about 1.25 ounces of vodka. Okay, so now we want to mix this up, hard to do with one hand, until it is like a coarse sand. Now that we've got it to the right consistency, sort of like a coarse sand, now we're going to leave it covered for 24 hours. I will see you tomorrow. Okay, so it's been a little more than 24 hours. It's still a little moist here. Perfect. And now I'm going to add my oil. And I'm going to add about 16 ounces. Doesn't have to be exact here, but that's what I'm going to add. Because I know how large the jar is. I already kind of pre-measured. Let's stir that around with, I'm going to use this chopstick. Make sure all the herb gets penetrated. I'm going to let this sit for at least 2 weeks. More, it doesn't really matter. And then I'm going to strain it. And then it will be good for over a year because I made this shelf stable by doing the process where we powdered it and added the alcohol. That releases additional properties, so it makes it more potent, but it also makes it more shelf stable. And there you have it. It's as simple as that. Wonderful hair oil. Well, I hope I've inspired you to try your hand at these wonderful DIY hair care products. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on our next adventure.